Hey guys and girls, this is Gordon Overkill with another run of Shadow of the Wyrm. Whose world? Or mine, or theirs? Or is it of none? First came the seen, then thus the palpable, Elysium, though it were in the halls of hell. From Canto, I think it's 81 from Ezra Pound. And we're playing the new version of the game, version 1.2.5, which has just been released a couple of days ago. I'm not 100% sure about the changes. Maybe we won't even recognize them, since we're not that much of an expert in this game yet. But you will recognize that in the high scores there's no character to be seen, so this is the first game we will play on the new version. Let's create a character. We stay with the human. I just want a little bit of difference in the class, and I was asked to play a religious character this time. So who would fit? A pilgrim, a faithful believer. I think that's a good idea. Let's play a human pilgrim. And I think purity and light sounds like a goddess who would fit very well to our pilgrims. So we will worship the lady. We start in Eisendan again, and our adventurer, human follower of the lady, might be called... Do we want to play a girl this time, maybe? We could play a girl and give her a name of... Yeah, let's dedicate this run to my sister-in-law and call her Dini. Let's see if we can get far into the game with Dini. So, here's our character. Human pilgrim called Dini with strength 13, dex 11, agility 10, health 13, intelligence 13, willpower 13, and charisma 16. 9 HP, 3 AP, evasion 9, soaking 2. Let's check everything else. Dini is gray-eyed, black-haired, medium size. Her resistances are nothing out of the ordinary. I want to know her skills, though. She has boating, carrying, detection, dungeoneering, fishing, and foraging. Herbalism, hiding, literacy. So maybe we can finally read those books in Eisendan. Lore at 100. So maybe she'll... I think lore is the same as detect items status in Adam, if I'm not wrong. So we will not get stuck on cursed items, which is kind of cool. Medicine, religion, scribing, and swimming. Apart from that, she is pretty skilled with bludgeons and spears, so these will be our weapons of choice if we can get some. Yeah, we know for sure how to get a pretty decent hammer. Maybe we'll go for that again. Let's see. We will see. Then she can do little slings. What about her equipment? She has got a blessed cap that looks decent, an uncursed mace, and wayfarer's clothes and leather boots. Apart from that, food rations, a spellbook of healing word, a spellbook of cure, both of them uncursed. Ivory pieces. Yeah, that's interesting. The spellbooks. I read in the manual that in order to safely get castings from a spellbook, you have to bless it. If that's necessary, that's the question. What do we have here? Oh, no, that's generated artifacts. Which look pretty cool to me. There are some of them. Like this Amulet of the Two Moons, or the Radiant Amulet Kaluna. Let's see, maybe we can get some of these. But not for the start. For the start, we enter Eisendan, and we will have a look around here in Eisendan. Talk to some of the guys, pick some of the flowers. That's the buried mother. We will find your child, and we still cannot help you. A blacksmith gives us a quest. Yeah, it is tempting to give to get the reward from the blacksmith again, because a hammer, it's such a good weapon. Thieves' boots, do they have here? No. Surely don't attack. A ration, a buckler, javelin, leather boots, a sling, a cap, woodsman's axe, barbed spear. No. Would you mind? And this is a battle axe. The thieves' boots are maybe the most interesting thing in the shop. Let's talk to the plowman and to Hrimgar, just to get the quests. Still don't know if we can do anything with that well up there. Let's get the items from Q. Which is the gluey potion and the slimy potion, the pickaxe in case we have to dig through a wall, and this is maybe more important. It's a firebomb, slimy potion, and the stone hammer, which is a better weapon than the mace. So let's change that. It's a blessed stone hammer. It does more damage, and it is blessed, and it even weighs less. That's definitely an upgrade. Metal cap, cypress wand, and the buckler. I think we will use the buckler, and I think we will also use the metal cap, because we had so little soaking, and a little soaking is maybe not bad to have. Since we've got the hammer, we can quickly go over to the shop and sell our mace, because the mace is worse in every respect. Where do we have it? Oh, that was wrong. Here's the mace. Let's sell it for 18 ivory. Now we rush over to the other side, and let's finally read these 3 books. The Book of Days, the Book of Nine, the Dun Chronicles. Let's start with the Book of Days. Though there are many cultures throughout the world, and each has their own traditions and customs, the following events and celebrations are noted by most. Alari, the festival of the midwinter moon, takes place shortly after the longest night of the year. It is typical for communities to hold large feasts, dining on wild game, meat, and winter grapes. Harlingsdag, the celebration of the ascent of Saint Harling, is named for the most important saint of the Celestial Church. Cast ashore a rocky island, he immediately set to work building a shelter. The island had many good stones, and eventually his shelter consisted of 3 walls topped by pine boughs. In one corner lay a bed of dried leaves, and in the center of the dwelling he fashioned a crude altar from a number of large branches. The rest of his life was spent in devotion. He ate berries and wild roots, drank fresh stream water, with the remainder of his waking hours spent giving thank to Celeste. After many years of this, Celeste saw in him a truly righteous man, and lifted him into the heavens on a flaming white horse, first and highest of her archangels. Early in the history of man, after the battle between the giants and fair folks sundered the world, a black rift opened deep in the northeast. From the rift came the unholy forces of the Black Plains, led by the foul sorcerer Alturin, the Demon King. Their forces overwhelmed the outlying islands, the tribal communities of men, and encircled the Centerlands. It was here that the races made their stand. Elf and man, giant and dwarf, goblin and ogre. Animosities forgotten, they came together as one to fight the demonic legions. The united army was led by the Council of Three: Urgast, mightiest of the ogres; Hildi, the dwarven hero; and Targa, champion of the elves. On the great plain, the two armies met, and it was here that the ingenuity of the races shone through. Volley after volley by elven and dwarven archers enraged the unholy hordes. Charging, they came up against a massive, saw-toothed wall of pikes, spears, and halberds, the work of man. From the rear, goblins and ogres circled to attack the flanks, while behind the walls of men, dwarves and giants rushed forward to meet the demonic challenge. Alturin was met by the three heroes, slaying Urgast and Targa with his terrifying magics. But with the last vestiges of strength, Hildi's blessed axe cleaved Alturin in two, and at this moment the battle turned. Confused and leaderless, the demons were overwhelmed by the superior tactics of the upper races. The hordes were annihilated, and through great magics the rift closed. Demonstide is celebrated to commemorate this day of victory. And on this day, it is always mentioned how, when the eldritch magics were needed the most, the Fae were nowhere to be found. Koma, Night of Heavenly Death. Little is known of this event, except that it is the only one observed by the Fae. Through their oral histories, it is told that this was one of the first events that led to the disappearance of the fair folk. They tell of a massive comet, sheeted in a terrifying coma. After the explosion, set to sink 1,000 islands, something, and the Fae remain silent about this, emerged. The largest battle involving the race of men fighting each other? Edelmas pit the professional armies of the Kel Empire against the spearmen of the great city of Adel. With the fall of Adel, the Kel Empire reached its zenith, unrivaled until it abruptly disappeared from mention in the Great Dark Age. As the longest night is celebrated with drinking and revelry, so too is the longest day. Solstide is celebrated by most people in midsummer, with feasts, athletic contests, and festivals. and is for many people the highlight of the year. Before the Age of Empires, in the earliest days of man, the magic of the world was believed to be stronger. And from these early magics emerged great and terrible sorcerers, men and women, whose will was so indomitable that they were able to tame the greatest of all beasts, the dragon. These dragon lords, ruled by a force of personality and pure draconic fear, warlords of the purest sort. With no regard for loss of life, they threw their armies against each other, killing thousands here, tens of thousands there, and always, above the battlefields, flights of terrifying dragons. But the dragon lords eventually put aside their differences. They set their sights on elvenkind, sending their dragons to ravage the elves' mountain fortresses. It was here where the dragon lords stepped too far. Garalin, an elven king, secretly summoned representatives of the dwarves and giants and the free men. The greatest sorcerers of each people met together, combining their magics in a final act of self-sacrifice. For they knew that the dragon lords were to meet on the northwestern island known as Farshore. And so their powers combined, they caused a massive tsunami to cover the island, burying the dragon lords and most of the old dragons. The magic had the intended effect. With the death of the dragon lords, the peoples held in thrall were finally freed. But the magic itself was so powerful that its release killed every one of the sorcerers. The elves, it is said, built a massive hall to honor them. But the location of this place is no longer known, and so it is passed to myth. Most cultures have a harvest festival of some sort, where they gather to give thanks to the year's bounty. This is not strictly agricultural. The phenomenon is observed in fishing and nomadic cultures as well. The celebration is known by most as reaving, and it marks the time where families come together to put aside differences, eat well, and prepare for the long winter ahead. Elfenwell is a notable day. It is celebrated by the giants to honor their victory over the fair folk. But for the other races, it is observed for a different reason, as it marks the end of the earliest era in the world's history, the era of the fair folk. These people, the ancestors of the present-day Fae, lived in a state of nature for countless millennia. There is practically no knowledge of this age, for much of the history of the fair folk is said to be oral, and if it was ever passed on to the modern-day Fae, they have never given any indication. But it is known that the era came to an abrupt end when the fair folk came into conflict with the giants, who, lacking much of the magical skills of the Fae, were able to compensate with their sheer size and strength. Ultimately, it was the giants who prevailed. The fair folk, what was left, wandered the fringes of the world in their huddled caravans, watching the history of the world unfold, never again playing a major role. This is the Book of Days, which gives us some very nice atmospheric insight into the lore of the world we're playing it. And I really enjoy this lore a lot. Though I am afraid this might be the only piece of lore for this episode, because the rest of our episode will be getting back into the game, surviving the first fights. We might, though, read one of the other books at the beginning of the next episode. If you like that, well, maybe also if you didn't like that. I like to read them. Pick this flower. And pick this flower. And maybe also a stone flower. And here we go. So, we've got the quests. Let's go up and first check the forests. I hope we are strong enough to beat the enemies in this forest. Oh, there's a witch thorn. We're down to 7 HP. 7. Back up to 9. That's good. Let's try to kill the witch thorn first. We bash it. We kill it. Very good. And now to the fox. We also kill the fox. Excellent. I'm a bit afraid as long as we're level 1, because our HP are so low. Still, we're strong enough to kill this ant. Though, what do we have here? That's a spearman. I think the ordinary spearmen were not that strong. He does 1 point of damage to us, though. But going down, he gives us 1 level. Let's put our points into 3 points awareness, 3 points, 2 points carrying, 3 points detection. And I also like to get literacy a bit higher, so we can read our spellbooks soon. We don't have any magical knowledge. Do we want to change that? Maybe soon, maybe soon. Oh, there is another wild thorn, and again it damages us. We are in a tricky situation with many enemies around us, but the wild thorn goes down. First fox goes down, second fox goes down. That was good. Don't forget to pick the wildflowers. We have got some skills in alchemy, so maybe we can turn them into useful potions at one point. Okay, that's an imp. Can we retreat so that we can fight one of them at a time? Maybe. We're full HP. Maybe we can try to kill the spearman. Just have a close look at our HP. If we can also kill the fox. Yeah, we made it to the next level. Awareness 25, carrying 15, detection 25, and literacy 30. Pick up the ivory and continue. We find a new spellbook. This red ink spellbook is also uncursed. None of them is cursed. That's good to know. I'm wondering. Let's try to read one of the spellbooks. And I think Heal Wounds sounds good. Let's try to read the Heal Wounds spellbook. Oh, you learn nothing. Maybe we're not good enough. Have to get a bit better at learning first. That's 2. 19. Won the fight though. Let's also increase our religion a little bit and scribing. I'd like to increase medicine too and keep getting awareness up. Oh, there's lots of them. Luckily, we've got some more HP now, so we're not in really dire situation. So, we're done here. We have survived the first forest. I'd like to take a look at the other forest as well, because I think the forests are a bit easier than the other locations. And maybe when clearing this forest, we can at the same time reach another level. No, these guys are not too dangerous. That's good. Exactly what we're looking for. Easy enemies that allow us to level up a bit. And we have to come to this forest when we get hungry, because there's so much edible stuff here. Next level. Awareness up. Scribing. Religion. Oh, that was a little too much. But also little medicine. Wait. Cannot get medicine? Try more religion maybe? No. No? Why can't I do it? Oh, no, I could. Yeah, we can play that a bit faster, I think. Oh, that's lots of rats. The whole rat pack. But they don't damage us, that's good. Fighting against moles and rats. Not very noble, I guess. This is Dini, mighty killer of countless small mammals. Doesn't sound very impressive, don't you think? So, we're done here. Pick up this flower and leave the region just to enter the graveyard. It is already dawn now, and now night has fallen. Pick the flowers and kill these guys. Yeah, so far we didn't get any useful piece of equipment apart from what we started with, but that could change. At least we found some gold that we could probably invest into the thief's boots if we've got enough. Sounds almost worth to me. And we made it to the next level. Medicine further up, religion. Keep working on literacy, awareness. Okay, blackguard. That's the first toughie we killed, and we killed it. Very good. There's another blackguard. Retreat a couple steps. Hit us for 8, and we killed it. Very good. I don't think we will go into this ship yet, because maybe we don't have enough strength. I'm almost sure we don't have enough strength. I want to be a little bit overpowered when we go for this boss fight. That's a white flower. That was one of them which we need for our quest. Oh, hello, eat. Pick up from him the silver flowers. And that's a big stack. 35 coins. Nice. Is that eat? Yeah, it's him. Literacy further, 35. Maybe hiding a little bit. We didn't put any points into hiding so far. I think it's not a bad idea to be able to hide. So, now let's go up here. That's the next location we want to check. And I think we should now be, all in all, probably strong enough for the majority of what we're going to find here. Pick up the Dusty Spellbook and as well the Cedar Wand. All uncursed. Yeah. I'd like to get able to bless these books so we can finally learn some spells. At the moment, we don't have any really big advantage from being a pilgrim. Oh fuck, what happened? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Take care. I think we were just heavily hit. We have not checked our potions yet. Are we dead? Afraid we might be. Retreat one step. Falcon misses you. Yeah, it looks capable. We have to blindly drink a potion, I think. Or we could also... Let's try to pray. We wanted to check out how praying works. You pray to the lady. You feel much better. A falcon slashes you. You shrug off the blow. Okay. We are back at full HP. Can we now kill this falcon? It does 4 damage. It is wounded. The falcon is stunned. Very good. Pound the falcon. The falcon misses you. It is near death. Okay. Let's remember that we have to take care when fighting these falcons there. Oh, fuck. Not good. 27 HP. It is wounded. We hit it for a mighty blow. That's good, but it hits us too. It is badly wounded. The falcon is killed. Oh my god. That was a tough fight. I thought we were stronger. I actually thought we were stronger than we are. Let's wait here to regenerate our hit points. Okay, back at full HP. And play it a bit more carefully here. We just had to waste a prayer because we recklessly just ran into 2 falcons. It also tells us that we can absolutely not fight these really strong birds up here. So we avoid the entrance. Instead, continue here on the other side. So let's directly go down these stairs. Because I remember there were some pretty cool... Oh fuck. Regenerate. Go down. There were some pretty cool items down here that might help us. Spear, long spear, battle axe. Let's pick all of them up. Is the long spear better than our spear? I guess we cannot use it. Our stonehammer is still the best weapon in our possession. We keep it. But we can take all these weapons to the shop and sell them. Chainmail. Leather armor. Leather boots. And a buckler. Okay, let's swap to heavy armor for now. We cannot cast spells at the moment anyways. So we take the chainmail. What about the boots? Are they better than ours maybe? No, they're not. And the buckler? Also it's the same. Good, but we are now at 9 points of soaking, which is already a lot better than what we started with. Let's go. Kill the rats. Pick up the shadow bombs. Pick up the fire bombs. We could use these bombs. I don't think we tried the bombs in the last game. Upstairs. I'm a bit afraid of the... Okay, he does 6 damage. Killed the first rat. We got something bad happening to us. Let's go upstairs and wait till it disappears. Oh, we get skill improvers. Foraging gets up by 5. Medicine gets up. Bludgeons by 5. You're no longer disfigured. Excellent. And back at full HP. So let's go down. Continue the fight against the other corpse rat. And now against the mongrel. 4 points of damage. A little more. That's too much. Go upstairs. You're unable to flee. Why? Uh-oh. It is badly wounded. It does 8 points of damage to us. Can we now flee? No. Okay, that's good. It is stunned and is still badly wounded. Bash it. Badly wounded. Pound it. It scars us. Not good. It is near death, but so are we. Oh, fuck. Cross your fingers. We have to kill it. It is near death. Oh my god, it is killed. We survived with just 3 HP. And disfigured. Ay, 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 ay. That was a dice roll. Glad we made it, but ay, 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 we could as well have died there. Dini, Dini, take care. What do we get for it? A great sword, a heavy cloak, an iron shield, iron boots, and a shell armor. So, we need more armor. So, we start with the shield. The shield has 3 points of soaking. We use that shield. The shell armor is better than our armor. We need even more soaking. Let's equip the cloak. And the iron boots for even more points of soaking. Now we should be pretty much at -2 evasion, but 18 points of soaking. Which sounds pretty good to me. 18 points. So these skeletons should have serious trouble hurting us. We know that this is a dangerous location. We can maybe kill an enemy or two. That gives us another level. Nice. Medicine up to 15 for a little more regeneration. Awareness, 2 points. Carrying, 2 points. And let's also put 2 points into dungeoneering. Maybe not a bad idea to learn that too. Pick up this key. We will not check the sarcophagus. And here, oh yeah, like last time, there's Ardu, the deadly guy. Oh my god, he's stronger. He's faster than us. That's not good. Ardu pierces you. Can we somehow outrun him? Ah! Oh, he does a lot of damage. Any way to get away from him? Let's try the wands. Cypress wand. There's a digging wand. Oh, and we're almost dead. Could blindly drink a potion. 2 potions. That's maybe healing. Try that. And we die. Well, guess it was worth a try. Yeah. Lessons from this episode. We will start another holy character in the next episode, but this guy is significantly weaker than the last character we played. We got into trouble against the Falcons. We got into the trouble against the mongrel. We also got into deadly trouble down here against this guy. I just didn't know he was that quick. I thought we could just outrun him when we see him. Well, a little lesson learned. So the next time we get to this location, we won't even enter here until we are a lot stronger. Anyways, I think it was quite a fun little run. We got a little knowledge about the lore of the world, and maybe in the next run we will continue our exploration of the myths and legends of Shadow of the Wyrm. So dudes, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Although this was a short run, I think, why, no, we will upload it anyways. And I hope to see all of you again in the next episode. Until then, bye everybody.